Follow your dreams while you're alive. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to be alive. You know, some people go in a blink. Young people go in a blink in their sleep because of lung blood clots yeah. So follow your dreams, do it now. I'm Tarnya van Driel, 54, and I live on Kaurna country in Adelaide. September the 7th, 2021, I was very lucky. I had a speech seizure at work where I got my words mixed up, my memory. I was giggling, laughing, and I appeared tipsy. And if I was out on a Friday night with the girls, having a few drinks, no one would have noticed. And luckily my work colleagues, Linda and Meg, called an ambulance, and they thought I was having a stroke, and I had to put both arms up in the air over the phone, and they said, tell her to say the early bird catches the worm. And I said, this is ridiculous, I can do that. And I said, the early bird catches the word. So an ambulance was called. I got a CT scan. I had memory issues in emergency, and I wasn't ramped straight away in the stroke area, straight away, and I kept asking what a CT scan is. I had short-term memory issues. Anyway, that night I got a call saying, actually, you know, the reports come through, and you've got a tiny brain lesion, and I don't drive, and go collect your epilepsy tablets. And then I was going to get a call the next day, and basically 2 days later I went as a private patient, and I got to see Dr. Stephen Santorinis, and I got diagnosed at the time. It looks like it's glioma 3, and I had my operation within 14 days. I was very fortunate. I had a total radical resection plus 4mm margin in here, little dip, and on day of discharge I got diagnosed with glioblastoma, the DNA of the tumour. I think we had a month break, I think, between surgery and then straight onto chemotherapy and radiation therapy. The chemotherapy was 11 months, and I think what was fantastic about the radiation therapy is they said, would you want to listen to music while you wait? And I think for the first few days we heard Cat Stevens sing. Then I said, we want to hear Helen Reddy, I'm Woman, hear me roar. And then one day here, I was, you know, in shock, as you are, trying to organise life, organise things. And I said, right, another one bites the dust. And I said, what does that mean? And I Googled it, and the Queen song came up. And I went, right, watch out. Came in, and they said, should we put Helen? I said, no, not listening to Helen Reddy. Another one bites the dust. We're going to kill this together. And Queen played, I think it was about 45, maybe even 50 sessions out of the 60. And I embraced radiation therapy. I tapped my foot. I think the beam is green, I think, and I was tapping away, beating away as your head is, you know, tight against the thing, and, you know, sometimes you can't breathe through this nostril and you're looking up through the white speckled. And Queen kept me company, and together, artists, radiation therapy, the radiologists, everyone, you know, blew those cancer cells away. I didn't realise what the song is about, you know. Didn't realise that, but anyway, it was very positive, and the chemotherapy as well. With the radiation therapy, week 1 was good. Week 2, I started to have headaches, and I was on the borderline of, on the Friday, Dr. Andrew Potter said, you know, Tarnya, if these headaches persist, we're going to have to put you on steroids. And it was literally day 10 that he said that, and day 11 the next day the headaches disappeared. I was vacuuming the house, watering, fine. I didn't go on steroids, but my hearing did, my left hearing disappeared a little bit. It went really low for about 3 or 4 months and is back to normal. I never listened to music before my diagnosis. If I went to parties and whatnot, I would dance and whatnot, but I hardly ever listened to music. And I don't know if Dr. Stephen Santorinis has tweaked my brain a little bit, but I'm so grateful. I listen to music all the time now, and it brings back a lot of great memories in the 70s and 80s. And yeah, I listen to music a lot. And also I'm not wearing my rose-coloured glasses anymore. I'm a bit more open. Only about 2 weeks ago I went in to see Dr. Stephen Santorinis, and I brought him a little gift, and the gift was a set of drumsticks. I thought, I'm the customer, I'm the patient, I'd like you to play drumsticks, a drum roll moment. And I got good news that it hasn't come back. I think what would help is don't Google. Don't Google. It can be really depressing. I find that about a week or two before my next MRI checkup, I start to Google again. The Adelaide Brain Tumour Support Group has been fantastic. It's been really, really fantastic with information, and I'm so grateful for that private Facebook group. And one woman in particular reached out privately and said, go see Irene Schonberg, nutritionist, Eat Right for Life. And her work has been so complimentary, and I got to see her 2 months after my operation, and she looked at and analysed my blood work and mineral tests and pumped up my vitamins and minerals, which we go down in because of chemo, and I think that helped me enormously. And I think what's really important too is try and do and achieve what you've always wanted to do. You know, you get your house and your family all in order, but interestingly, you find out who your true friends are. I didn't realise this. I think it's really important that someone in your network becomes a coordinator and gets the Excel spreadsheet out and goes, right, this family needs help. What night can you cook? Great, Monday nights, can you drop the food off? Send a text, no exchange of people, chat, 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 and drop it off and go. Because you have insomnia, you are struggling, you are in shock, you are feeling all sorts of things. But if you had some sort of 4 or 5 nights a week food relief, and maybe organic food, you try to, it's really hard, but you need a coordinator who can coordinate that. That removes so much pain from your family. Some of us are in shock, a lot of shock, and some people are depressed. The family caregivers, the whole family needs help. I'm really grateful to the NRF, Neurosurgical Research Foundation. It's literally on our doorstep here in Adelaide, Kaurna country. And what's fantastic is it's so open. You know, regular meetings, regular tours, especially during May, and the newsletter is fantastic as well. And I think it's really important that all people should leave, you know, a percentage of their estate to their favourite or their cause and their charities, you know, 5%. I think that's really critical. And research right here in South Australia. And it's interesting, you notice when people get diagnosed before yourself, oh wow, they're so passionate about research, and you know, I am, but I've got lots of things I'm trying to achieve, but I know that's my long-term vision and mission is to contribute and raise awareness for NRF. You know, we're on the verge, we are on the verge, we're so on the verge. Grey May is Brain Tumour Awareness Month. Grey, interesting. We've got to own that colour. It's what we see in MRIs. We take our brains for granted. Brain cancer is the most, you know, it's so rare. You know, 1,500 people or thereabouts every year in Australia get diagnosed of stage 3 and stage 4 combined, whereas tens of thousands of people are diagnosed with breast and prostate cancer. So there's not enough research in this area, and we get it, we understand why, but we have to do it. and every little bit counts. We can make a huge difference. Collectively, we need to talk about it with friends and family, to think about giving to brain cancer research, NRF here in South Australia. And I think it's important to start talking about it and you know, stop hiding in the shadows, and go to the NRF website, find out some information and share with people. Ask them, what would you do if this happened to you? Get them talking and listening, and then ask them and talk to them about, you know, brain cancer research and how important it is. My message to the brain cancer researchers is, thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you for, I can't imagine, I couldn't do what you're doing. You know, thank goodness you get up every morning and go to work, and you are hanging in there, and you are no doubt fighting for research funds, fighting for your existence, and you're not turning your back on us. You're not turning your back on us, you're doing it. And I'm really grateful. I'm feeling really good. I've lost weight thanks to chemo and it hasn't come back on. I'm trying not to eat sugar. I'm not drinking alcohol, hardly. I'm living well. I need to exercise more. I think what I'm really looking forward to is promoting awareness, how important and critical brain cancer research is. I'm determined. I'm very fortunate. I'm determined to make it. I'm convinced I will make it to 5 years, but I'm determined to make it to 10 years. I've got a new mission or a new job, new job in life, and yeah, we've got to find a cure. All of us together, we've got to find a cure for brain cancer.